Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and today I think it's finally time to complete my Pokedex within PokeMMO. Well, at least my KANTO Pokedex, but who's really counting? I've been playing this game since 2013 and have around 6,300 hours logged into it and have never completed a single region's Pokedex, and today that finally changes. So let's head over to Hoenn and start on that. We have to get some XP today, boys. And if you find yourself enjoying today's video or enjoying today's video series during this Pokedex completion journey, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe. If you didn't like it, feel free to dislike. What we're looking at here in box 1 is all of the Pokemon I have left to level to get their evolved forms to finally finish the Pokedex. These ones down here need to be trade evolved, and then these ones we actually still get to sell off for some profit. We're probably going to deal with those first. The Weavile went up for 130k. The Leafeon's going to go up for 150k, which seems really high, but a huge part of it is that it's female. I'm going to go ahead and throw up the Jolteon as well for around 150k. I think I might go actually 160, 170k on it, I believe. Kind of a weird price line, but I'm hoping they sell. If not, I don't mind waiting on relistings. The Flareon's a really tough one. I'm probably going to put it up for between 60 to 80. We'll go a nice 70 on it in between. Alright, but now that the boring stuff is taken care of, let's go ahead and actually get to the work. First things first, I do want to go get some more happiness points on this Togepi. I'm going to go get it groomed by Gary Oak's sister one time, and then I should be able to start leveling, and it should be evolved really quickly. I need to double check to make sure I have all the leveling up like requirements for these Pokemon. Like Charmander is obviously just levels and XP, same with Weedle, but certain things like Togepi do need some happiness. Pichu is another great example of this. Alright, here you are at Gary Oak's house in Kanto, just quickly doing this. If you don't know about it, it's a quick little tip, gets you some free happiness on a Pokemon. You always love to see it. I still have that Pichu, unfortunately, but it'll get happiness via the leveling up process. I'm going to be doing 3 of the weirdest leveling up ones first. Like, for example, this Lickilicky needs to level up while knowing the move Rollout, which it gets level 6, so I should be able to actually just go ahead and get that. But other than all of this, I think I'm just ready to go ahead and get started. I'm going to head over to the XP location. I'm going to pop an XP Charm, and we're going to get ripping. I'm of course going to be XP training here at Tentacruel today, really hoping I don't get a shiny, but I don't really need a Tentacruel yet, but one day I will get one, so it's not the biggest thing in the world if I do, but kind of hoping I don't. I've been doing a lot of single encounters for rares recently, so hopefully I don't waste a shiny here, but, you know, quote unquote waste. A shiny's a shiny. Let's go ahead and get started. 3, 2, 1... 100% charm popped. Let's go ahead, start sweet sending, start discharging with our Magnet Zone, and see what we can do. Keep in mind, we are starting this process at 213 out of 239 in the Kanto Pokedex. And you might have already noticed something I totally forgot to do. I didn't turn on my XP training link or the XP share all option. I need to quickly do that. I didn't gain XP on anything. There we go, the XP reamplifier. So many different XP items in the game now. This item is going to allow essentially XP all. It's going to put XP on all of the Pokemon within my party. And gives a plus 5% bonus over XP share. Now, is XP reamplifier really worth it? That's for another video. Okay, Lickitung just immediately did learn Rollout, which means the next level up, it'll get evolved into Lickilicky, and we'll already be done with that Pokemon. Here's our Togepi evolving as well. Nice. That'll give us Togetic, and that's one of the Pokemon that we actually needed. That'll be 1 Pokedex entry, and then I still need Togekiss. That's just a Shiny Stone, though. So I need to get a Shiny Stone. I need to make sure I have, I believe, an Electric Stone, a Thunderstone on me on hand for Pichu to Raichu as well. Oh, there's the Lickitung Evo. It got Rollout, so it counted. Okay, we're going to be done with like all 3 of these Pokemon literally just within 1 horde. That's awesome. There we go. Lickilicky added to the Pokedex. And I do have some shiny stones in my bag. Let's use an untradeable one on the Togetic. And here's our Togekiss. This is what I was talking about, man. This is what all of that preparation was for. We are getting so many Pokedex entries so quickly now because we prepared for this so well. Awesome. There's Kiss. Now I'm going to go ahead and quickly throw these done Pokemon back into the PC, as well as grab 2 more Pokemon to be leveled. Let's just go ahead and grab Rhyhorn and Elekid. These are also Pokemon that, if I recall correctly, need certain trade evolutions after their evolution, so we'll get that done with. I'm also going to go ahead and put away my catching Breloom, since I actually don't really need that. The only thing that's kind of weird with this sort of setup is that I am going to be essentially putting special defense EVs on all of these Pokemon, and some of these Pokemon are just UTs that are ready to be EV trained and turned into competitive Pokemon, so I'm going to have to go back and essentially like delete some of the EVs on these, or just sell them off and have the person who buys them delete the EVs. It shouldn't be too expensive since I'm using the XP charm. I'm getting so much XP per horde that it's really not that big of a deal to actually like have to go back and spend like 3 berries, like maybe 5k per Pokemon, probably less, to delete the EVs. It's best just to focus on it this way since it is still so fast just to level train at this location. Tentacles here are awesome. This horde should be what levels up Pichu since it should have enough happiness at this point. It's crazy how much of this process is just canceling or declining level up moves. It's actually eating up so much of my time. Here's the Pichu evolution. It'll go into Pikachu and then I have to Thunderstone it into Raichu and that'll be that Pokedex entry. Here's the Raichu evolution. There we go. Raichu added to the Pokedex, updating our number to 217 out of 239. Went ahead and grabbed Piloswine out of the PC. He should only need 1 level because I think he only needs to level up once while knowing Ancient Power to be able to get Mamoswine. All right, this should be the horde that causes Piloswine to evolve into Mamoswine, if I'm not mistaken. Yup, there it is. I love this when his little eyes pop out. You always forget Piloswine has those little beady eyes. And then bam, there we go, Mamoswine. A really, really cool Pokemon. I'm a huge fan of Mamoswine. Pretty crazy I didn't have an OT of it yet. That's kind of embarrassing. With a lot of these higher level Pokemon, it's honestly taking quite a bit of time to level them. I think I'm going to go ahead and just pop an XP candy on this Wynot, for example, which is kind of funny since I'm literally charming, but it only needs 1 level and it only needs what, 6400 XP, and that 6400 XP might take quite a while when actually doing, let's do 6k with that and then we'll do 500. Yeah, that 6500 might take quite a while of XP when doing tentacles because I have so many Pokemon and everything like that. So you know what, let's just go ahead and do XP candies. I have them stored up. They're pretty cheap, but I just have tons stocked up just from playing the game and catching alphas and stuff here and there. So there we go, Wobbuffet completed and done. That Piloswine took a really long time, for example. So now that is done. Let's get back to these lower level mons. Let's go ahead and throw Charmander into the mix. Why not? Now, I'm not going to lie. Unfortunately, I'm getting way more special defense EVs on these Pokemon than I expected. But that is just something that the person that I sell these off to is going to have to deal with. That kind of sucks. Part of me wishes I would have EV trained these ahead of time. But at the same time, I know that's not really the main point of this challenge. I don't really want to deal with that right now. I think it's fair to just go ahead and do this. But it's definitely a tough call and definitely up for negotiation. Okay, our next Pokedex entry is probably going to be Elekid once it gets to level 30. Then it will evolve into Electabuzz, and then I'll put that item on it, put it back in the PC, and then trade Evo it later for Electivire. Other than that, we have Ammonite becoming Omastar at level 40, which is kind of late, and then Rhyhorn becoming Rhydon at level 42. And we need to trade Evo that one as well. It's just a lot of XP to get still. It's taking quite a bit. We might need to do some XP candies or something after this, which I'm okay with. At this point, I'm almost feeling like XP candies might have been the better way to tackle this, but it would have cost way more Pokeyen. But hey, I already spent 40k on this XP charm, and I'm losing a lot of the time due to actually just declining moves and everything. So, I don't know, in evolution streams like this, but here's Charmeleon. And hilariously, I didn't have an OT Patrouski Charmeleon in the decks prior to this, so we'll get Charmeleon and Charizard done here. Alright, here's that Elekid evolution into Electabuzz. I already have Electabuzz in my Pokedex, I'm pretty sure, but I need it to be able to trade Evo it for Electivire, so we'll get that set up. What's the item that I need for it? It's like Magmarizer or Electrolyzer. Yup, exactly. We'll go ahead and put that item onto him, throw him in the boxes, and trade Evo him later afterwards. I went ahead and grabbed Drowsy out of the box as well. He's up next. Alright, this should be the horde that levels up Drowsy and it gets him to evolve into a Hypno, I believe. Yep, there it is. There is the evolution. We'll go ahead and get that quick Hypno Pokedex entry and then switch it out for another Pokemon within the PC. We'll also check on the PC and see how many Pokemon we have left to level up. Speaking of, we are currently at, is it 220 or 221 after the Hypno? Let's see, 221 out of 239. In goes Hypno into the PC, and we have these, what, 8 Pokemon left to level, plus the Pokemon in our inventory, of course. Let's go ahead and grab... How much XP does this thing need? Probably not that much for Muck. Yeah, level 38. Okay, we'll go for that. Only 24 minutes left on the XP charm. It's so much time is getting sucked away from level ups and evolutions and everything. So honestly, I'm not sure if I should have used a 100% XP charm on this. I probably should have used a 50% since it's way cheaper. But that's okay. Once again, I really don't mind spending a bunch of Pokeyen on this actual goal. I just want to get it done with. It's a really fun thing to finally finish after so many years. Alright, here's that Grimer evolution up into Muck. We only have 15 minutes left on our XP charm, but that's okay. I think we'll be in pretty good shape still. Might have to use XP charms or XP candies or extra stuff, but we'll get it done. There's our Muck Pokedex entry. And I'll stick around here for one more horde because this should be the horde that levels up our Charmeleon. That'll give us our Charizard Pokedex entry. Ooh, we also have Omastar coming up as well. We have a bunch actually that we've been storing up to. So level 40 coming in a quick sec here, but here's that Charizard. It is hilarious to not have a Charizard Pokedex entry after 10 years, but here we're finally getting it. I guess I'm a little bit too much of a hipster sometimes. Still haven't gotten that OT Charizard, but yep, now we have it, the nerd neck man himself. Back to PC we go to throw those two Pokemon in there, Charizard and Muck. We only have, what, how many left? Let's go ahead and do the Weedle and the Caterpie, actually, since those only need to get brought to level 10. That should be super quick. Let's go ahead and take care of those. These two literally might be something like one horde, maybe two, just to go ahead and get those Pokedex entries. We have to sit through a lot of evolution screens, though. Yup, Weedle literally got to level 10 on that one horde. Caterpie as well. Yup, let's sit through the Evo times. There's Metapod. Here's Kakuna. Oh, and you need to do a different battle, I guess. Okay, I just got Metapod and Kakuna. We have to do a separate battle to get those double evolutions. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen, but I guess that makes sense. And here we go. This should give us both Butterfree and Beedrill, which is hilarious that I never had either of them in my Pokedex as well. I guess I never really used them in the early game in Kanto since I knew they just kind of fell off really hard, but Butterfree is fantastic. Butterfree carried the heck out of me during my Nuzlocke, actually. This Alpha Butterfree did just come out super beautiful, by the way. I'm really, really happy with this Pokemon. And there's our Beedrill as well, which I forgot our Beedrill was also 2x31 and had some pretty sick stats. Back to the PC we go. Let's switch these two out as well. Let's dump Beedrill and Butterfree in there, move them back down here, pick up something like Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto should only need one level to actually get its evolution, since it's our level 49 as a Pidgeotto. It needs one level to be a Pidgeot, and that'll be complete for that. But I need other Pokemon. I totally forgot an extra Pokemon, so let me grab one more. Let's grab something like Abra. Abra should also only need one level, so I'm going to get it into a Kadabra and then trade Evo it into a Zam. Oh, I totally forgot / didn't expect that, but here's our Ammonite evolution as well into Omastar, so we'll get that done with. And Rhyhorn has been in our party for what seems like forever. Still need level 42 for Rhydon for him. Let's go trade this out really quickly as well for another Pokemon. 9 minutes left in the XP charm. Let's see how many more Pokemon we can crank out before we run out of time. All right, Omastar in. Let's bring out Mankey out. Oh, okay, those are Kadabra Evo as well. Easy peasy. We'll put that back in the PC to make it into a Zam in a quick sec. I'm excited to get those trade Evos done as well, because that'll be such like rapid fire completion for the decks. Only 2 Pokemon left to level. I mean, including everything in my party, of course, but we're really close to being there, actually. I think this XP charm ended up working out pretty much perfectly. I'm really happy with that. I'd rather have, like, not any free time and use all of it and actually like take advantage of the full 1 hour versus having some extra free time at the end that I couldn't really utilize. I'd rather have it to be this way, honestly. Okay, so quick little progress update. We need level 23 for Granbull, and Snubbull is currently level 18. That's doing pretty swell. I think we need 28 for Mankey, which is kind of farish away from 18. There's our Pidgeotto into Pidgeot, so that's actually just done. And then our Rhyhorn's at 39. We need him to level 42. There we go. Pidgeot complete, added to the decks. It's hilarious that after so many years, I didn't have things like Beedrill, Butterfree, or Pidgeot. Some of like those early game Kanto mons that everybody sort of picks up, I just avoided. Okay, 3 minutes left, but we literally have every single Pokemon that I need to level actually in my party. There's no more Pokemon that need XP training within my PC, which is a really, really good feeling. Alright, so it seems like I need level 28 for Machoke, level 28 for Primeape, we talked about earlier, level 23 for Granbull, and level 42 for Rhydon. And then we're pretty much done. We need to do obviously all of our trade evolutions as well, but that should be a breeze. And remember, the last Pokemon we'll probably end up getting for my Kanto Pokedex is hilariously probably going to be Magby, because I have to trade Evo my Magmar into Magmortar and then breed it back down into Magby. That's probably going to be our last one, which is kind of funny. It's not really an important or Pokemon. Definitely not a Pokemon you think of when you think of the Kanto region at all. Snubble's gonna get level 23 right here. Only 20 seconds left. That'll probably be the last horde I'm able to do, but that's okay. I should be able to clean up the rest with XP candies for pretty freaking cheap. Definitely not worried about that. Yeah, I'm literally just sitting here declining moves as the timer ticked down, but that's okay. Here is the Granbull. Really cool Pokemon. Another really interesting Trick Room Pokemon. I wish Granbull was a little better. Like, the issue with Granbull is, like, he's not quite bulky enough, and he has no speed, and he hits pretty hard. 120 is pretty decent, but he's normal typing. Like, he hits okay. Doesn't have any super effective stuff, except for coverage. No stab super effective. Granbull's a really interesting Pokemon. I wish he was better. It's cool that he gets Intimidate and Quick Feet. Those are some really cool abilities. If only he had like, if he had like 90s and HP defense, like maybe like an 80 or something like that around it, a little bulkier, he would be like a really good Trick Room user, but he's just not quite there, unfortunately. But that is the XP charm over with. Let's go back to the PC, put the Granbull away, and use some XP candies to clean the last of things up. Look at how things look. It's really interesting. All these Pokemon level. We have 3 more to XP candy and then 6 to trade Evo. Well, actually 7, 8 once we get the Rhydon and the Machop up. So we need level 28 on the Mankey. That means 6 levels there. Let's go ahead and bring up our XP candies and see how much that's going to be. 800 or so. I don't know what the best way to do this is. Let's try large. Is that going to be too much XP? I only need 6 levels. No, okay, that seems perfect. So we'll do that first. We'll do 5 levels, and then how much more does it need? 600. We'll just go ahead and do 1 small as well, since smalls and extra smalls are pretty much the same price, which is hilarious because people just need them to actually do little level up stuff like this. They don't, or like on level 1 Pokemon, they don't really care how much XP they're actually gaining when it's that small. It's more so just to get an evolution to trigger. And there we go. There is Primeape. Primeape is definitely one of those Pokemon that as I've gotten older, I think I appreciate him more and see more and more of my monkey brain self within him. Yeah, let's throw him in the PC and keep XP candying. Machop needs 28. We should be able to do a large for him as well. Get 7 levels there and then finish it off with like maybe a medium or maybe a small. All right, here we go. Yeah, 1 medium candy should be enough for Machop. Get him up into Machoke. Here we go, the beautiful evolution screen. Then we'll trade Evo him into Machamp, and that'll be that Pokedex entry that I need. I'm really glad I'm finally getting this done. A huge thing that people would always meme on me for with my Pokedex is that I actually have like all of the difficult entries already done. I have all of the Pheno only Pokemon. If you want to complete your Pokedex, the most difficult part of that is usually getting all of the Pheno Pokemon, such as Audino, Ducklet, stuff like that, Drillbur, Excadrill. Those things can be kind of a huge pain, and I already had all of them taken care of. Let's put a small onto this, and that will be 42, giving us Rhydon, and now we need to trade Evo everything over. All right, here we go, the final product. 8 Pokemon here to be trade Evo'd. All of these ones were leveled. I need to sell off a lot of these as well. We'll do that later. But if I'm not mistaken, I should have 9 Pokedex entries left, I believe, in my Kanto. 10. So what am I missing? Am I forgetting something? Let's double check. All right, so we have Alakazam, Machamp, and Slowking taken care of. We have all of those there. We have Politoed taken care of. He's sitting in our PC ready to go. Rhyperior is taken care of. Magmortar is taken care of. Ah, I see what I forgot. What I forgot was that Porygon essentially counts as 2. So I think we are, yes, we are totally prepared. We actually do have everything. Nice. Let's find the kindest soul in the world who is willing to help me trade evolve 8 Pokemon. It's going to take a quick second. I appreciate their patience. All right, huge shout out to Yakatov for the help. This is going to be super, super awesome. Yeah, I'll actually tell him, yes, please. So what this means is I'm just going to trade him all the Pokemon, and he's going to cancel. I'll tell him, cancel all and back. So he's going to cancel all the evolutions when they happen. There's going to be so many, and he's going to trade them back. Okay, we need Pokemon parties. Also, someone was saying something nice to me in chat. Thank you for the tips. Yo, thanks for watching, Ken. I appreciate it. Okay, here we go. This time should work. Once again, thank you, Yakatov. I know this is a lot to do, so I really appreciate him. Like, it's not an easy thing to cancel all 5, trade them all back. Like, it's his time and everything, so it is super, super appreciated. And here's the trade back screen for me. Now, I'm about to see 5 evolutions back to back to back. Let's see them. First up is Machamp. And we're about to see our Pokedex entries go from 229 to a much higher number. There is Machamp, first one done. Here is Porygon up to Porygon 2. I have to do Porygon again for Porygon Z. All right, Porygon 2 done with. Next up is Alakazam. Beautiful, beautiful. Next up is Electivire. It's so satisfying, man. Setting all of this up, all this preparation, it all finally paying off. It's pretty cool to see. There is Electivire done with. Really cool sound effect. Good battle cry from him. Which next up should be Rhyperior. I've never had a Rhyperior. Gonna be cool to see. There we go. Him materializing. There you go. Beautiful, big, bulky guy. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go for round 2. Put all these bad boys away. These can all go over here. A lot of these are done with, except for the Porygon. I need a dubious disc, and we'll go back again for that. But these guys are all complete. Let's go ahead and grab these 3. I think we're like, it's crazy. I think we're just almost there. Let me grab the dubious disc. One more trade, I think, and we're just done, correct? But it feels crazy. Let me check the Kanto Pokedex, 234 out of 239. Such a satisfying feeling. I'll have to breed down Magby and then we'll be done for real. Here's the locking in of the last trade. Once again, thank you, Yakutov. Here we go. Beautiful. Him saving all the animations for us was super perfect. Here is Porygon Z. This is actually the Porygon I'm using for my Johto run once that finally comes out, which is super exciting. Or I thought it was, but maybe it's not. That actually might have been a different Porygon. I might have just evolved the wrong Porygon. I think this was meant to be a Trick Room setting NU Porygon. But, oh well, oops. It's kind of a big mistake, but who cares? We're completing our Kanto decks today. Politoed done. Magmortar is up right here. Beautiful. Happy to see it. Bro has the cannons on his arms materializing. It's so funny. Why does he have cannons with claws on them? Always a strange design, but I'm not against it. And then next up is Slowking. Not a huge fan of this Pokemon. I don't know how to tell you why, but I don't know. Not for me. I'm a Slowbro fan. Whew, and there you go. That is all of the evolutions done with. That Porygon mistake is kind of hilarious. That actually kind of sucks, but honestly, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'll probably just sell it off, I guess. Whew, man, it is time to go just breed down this Magmortar, and then I'm officially done. Look at this, 238 out of 239. I don't think this thing had any good stats. Actually, it did. This is the one that rolled Jolly, and then, yeah, let's try to actually carry some stats over on this. This Mianthu just got listed for 10K, and that is the perfect breeder. Literally just listed. That's perfect. I'm hoping this thing doesn't need an Incense to be bred down into Magby, but it might, which might be a little bit of a mistake on my part in terms of the breeding, but if it does, it's really not that big of a deal. I just don't get to care over that Jolly nature, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's not, it's not the reason why we're doing this. Once again, we're here to complete the Pokedex. So let's just check. Let's see what this looks like. If it shows me it's coming out as Magmar, I'm going to have to go get the correct Incense. Nope. Okay. Whew. That's a huge relief, actually. That's super nice not having to worry about that. Patrouski OT Magby is on the way. And there it is. The Magby has hatched, and that means our Kanto Pokedex is complete. Let's check it out. That's such a crazy feeling. 239. I can actually go get my ability patch now. It's crazy. The entire reason I did this, I almost didn't record this, but it became a really fun, really refreshing little mini series for me. I almost didn't do this. The reason I did this was so that I could make a guide to show people how ability patches came into the game. That's really the only reason I did this. I need to complete one Pokedex within one region so I can show people who to talk to and what the animation looks like and everything, how ability patches come to the game. That's really it. I did all of this just for that, and I made like 4 videos just on the purpose to make this one little quick 2-minute guide. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this journey. I know for me, a huge part of this was the fact that I knew that if I woke up one day and said, you know what, today I'm going to complete the Pokedex, the first thing I'm doing, loading up YouTube, Googling PokeMMO Pokedex completion and seeing what pops up. And I'm going to watch guides, the process of that journey to that completion. I'm going to watch stuff in the background while I myself am chasing that goal. That's just how I like to engage in content. I know a lot of people like to do that as well. So that was a huge motivator for me for this. And if you liked that idea, you liked today's content, this video, this mini series, please do make sure to leave a like on the video or just let me know in the comments. That kind of feedback really does help out a ton with the algorithm. Lets people know, lets me know what kind of content people are enjoying. Dislike if you didn't enjoy it, that's totally okay as well. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. I upload every single day and stream Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. The Discord is linked down below for updates and all that content. And if you want to go above and beyond, have the biggest smile in the whole room, be the biggest, coolest duder, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo, all links down below. Keep the lights on, allow me to stay full time, allow me to try to focus on making the best content possible. I appreciate you guys' time, appreciate you watching, and have a fantastic day. Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. I super appreciate that, and if your name is on this list, I appreciate you even more. Thank you so much for going above and beyond in supporting the channel, allowing me to stay full time, and trying to make the best PokeMMO content possible. Thanks again for watching.